Welcome to my shoulder pain rotator cuff injury mini class. 10 minutes is a great place to start. I'm going to do some stretches and strengthening exercises. Feel free at any time to pause the video if you want to hold things a little longer or do some more sets. So start out by extending the arms to the sides and then drop the shoulders away from the ears. Then cactus your arms, retract the shoulders, squeezing those shoulder blades together so we're activating the muscles before we stretch them. Then release, bring the right hand to the left shoulder, the left arm goes underneath to reach for the right shoulder. Give yourself a hug and feel a stretch across the upper back. Then you can stay here if this is a good stretch for you, or experiment with squeezing those elbows together and reaching the hands toward each other, lifting the elbows up, and then release. Now let's take that left hand to the right shoulder, bringing the right arm underneath, and give yourself a hug on this side. Deep breath. You can stay here if this feels nourishing, or you can experiment with squeezing those arms together, attaching the hands and lifting. And then release. Take a breath, let it settle in. And now we're going to strengthen the antagonist with serratus anterior push-ups. I'm going to show you 4 variations. And from these, I'd like you to pick the one that feels most appropriate to you, where you can keep good form and it feels comfortable. So let's start with the easiest one, forearm push-ups on your knees. So coming to the Sphinx position with your hands, engage with the floor. And then, as you inhale, you're going to drop the chest forward just a little bit and squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, press up, so you're getting that stretch across the upper back. So it's a small movement. Let's do 4. It's 2, inhaling, dropping the chest, exhaling, rounding the back. And you can do as many of these as feel manageable, or you can still keep good form. Let's go to the next one, which is hands under the shoulders, like a mini cat-cow. And we'll start same way. We're going to drop the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together. I find it easier to feel the retraction of the shoulder blades in this one. And then exhale, round it up. And take 4. Dropping and inhaling. Exhaling, rounding up. Just like cat-cow. 1 more. Inhale, retract the shoulder blades. Exhale, round up and feel that stretch. Okay, so now we're going to come to a knee plank. So the fulcrum is the knee, which means you have a straight line from the knee to the top of the head, so aligning your neck as well. Same movement that we've been doing. So inhaling, squeezing the shoulder blades together, exhaling, rounding up. And let's do 4. Inhaling, dropping. Exhaling, stretching the back. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Finally, we will do a full plank. And that means the fulcrum is the toes. We still want to align the hands under the shoulders and activate the core. So this one is considerably more challenging. Again, it's a small movement, and small might seem easier, but I believe it's harder. Let's stretch it back up. Keeping the neck aligned. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Last one, inhale down, and round it up, and then release. All right, so we're going to do another shoulder stretch. This is a supine cactus twist. So come to your belly, Your forehead is going to come to the floor, and your arms are going to be in a cactus shape, pushing the arms into the floor. And then we're going to keep the left hand down, using the right hand to push away from the floor and rotate. The foot can just be propped up behind you or even just stacked on top of the other one. We're looking for a stretch in that left shoulder. Taking a couple breaths. And we'll take it to the other side. So find your cactus arms, push it down again. Then release. The left hand is pushing away from the floor, the right foot goes behind you, or just hangs around on top of the leg. Looking for a stretch in that right shoulder now. And when you're ready, release. So you want to take the shoulder stretch, just going to the point where you're feeling it a little bit beyond what's comfortable. Let it be manageable, something you can hold for a longer time if you wish. The last stretch I'm going to offer you is another shoulder stretch. So we've been working up to this. I'll show you the position of the hand first, and then I'll demonstrate taking it to the floor. So option one, which I would recommend starting with, is to bring the hand behind the back at a right angle so that the elbow is, the arm is parallel to the floor. That would be the first position. Second position, the hand is facing the floor parallel to the spine. And of course you can be anywhere in between. Now, these are harder than they look. So let's come down to the floor and experiment. We'll start by rolling to the right to get the hand underneath and test it out first with this right angle elbow. If this feels okay, you can start to work your hand up to be parallel with the spine, finding the place again that you can hold for a little while. And when you find your sweet spot, just settle in. Now, as we're doing this, I'd like you to consciously try to relax the shoulder and retract the shoulder blades, which admittedly is harder than it sounds. So just try intentionally reaching the shoulders from the floor. And then we will roll slightly to the right to release the left hand, then roll to the left to place the right arm, extending the legs. And you might find that your other side is different from the first side. So I personally have a shoulder injury, so for me this side is a lot harder. And I can't come up nearly as far as I can on the right side. So be easy with yourself because our bodies are typically not symmetrical. So find your sweet spot on this side. And just relax into it. Again, trying to consciously release the shoulders. Being gentle with yourself. We practice ahimsa in yoga, non-harming, so allowing yourself to be where you are today. And then when you're ready to release, just roll to the left to bring that out. And I have one more stretch to offer you today. This is a nerve stretch. And I'm going to demonstrate two different ways so you can see from all angles. The first way, we're going to place our hand on the wall, even with the shoulder. Engage with the wall, so pressing firmly down with the hand, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder, retract the shoulder blades, and then straighten the arm. And what you will discover is you will notice a sharp sensation going from the hand all the way to the shoulder. And we can hold from 5 seconds to a minute, and then we'll release. Let's go to the other side. I'll show you from the front. So again, the hand is even with the shoulder against the wall, pressing firmly, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder, retract the shoulder blade, and then extend. And then you'll notice that interesting sensation traveling up the arm. We'll hold for 5 seconds to a minute. And then release. All right. Thank you for joining me today.